Welcome back to the Paul White Show. As before the break I mentioned, we have our senator with us today, and we try to make this a quarterly update of what's going on in the legislature. I know you've been working on some important issues, and you guys been working hard. You're kind of on a break right now, but you probably deserve a break right now with all of the issues going on. So what's been going on since you've been gone the last time we visited?
Well, Paul, thanks for having me on the show again. You know, our legislature is in session for 90 days. That seems like a short time, but however, we have, some would say we've done a lot, some would say we've done nothing. we are on a break right now, and we do reconvene on April the 25th.
Okay.
And at that time, we still have to deal with the budget. We did not pass a budget when we adjourned on March 30th. So when we go back, we will deal with that. One of the other major issues, Paul, is the redistricting.
Okay,
the maps. We are still working on those maps of trying to address the issue of the 2010 census in my district, in the Senate 29 senatorial district. My district grew. I need to get 2,500 more citizens, voters, hopefully, in my district. So I am right now, I'm kind of being the only Democratic senator from Wichita. I'm kind of right in the heart of the city. I'm the hub, and some of the other senatorial districts surround my district, and so my district will grow. But right now, the 40 senators, we are not on the same page of what map we will vote for. We will deal with that again when we return to Topeka on the 25th.
Okay, so that's the redistricting map you're talking about. Why are they needing to redistrict?
Well, every 10 years, we need to do this after the census of where some population, some areas, the population has grown, some has decreased, like in the rural areas. And so we need to do this to be fair and know that we have proper representation for the citizens of our state of Kansas. And in the Kansas Senate, there are 40 senators. I am a Democrat, and of those 40 senators, there are 8 Democrats. And so we want to retain our positions as the other senators want to do that. And so anyway, it's just we need to come up with a good map that everybody can vote for, that the governor won't veto. We're actually going back for our veto session. So some of the legislation that we've dealt with through the session that has made it through the legislative process, some of the bills have went to a conference committee. And now hopefully those bills will go to the governor's desk and be signed into law. But we're going back where he has the power to veto, say no to some of the legislation, and so we will be dealing with those issues when we return.
Okay, so the conference, what part does the conference play in the bills? That's after they have been passed by you guys? Then it goes to conference?
I'm so glad you asked that question, Mr. White. You're an intelligent man. The legislative process, when we first start our session, bills are introduced. They are heard in both the Senate and the House. Those bills that are fortunate enough to pass out of a Senate committee and then go to the Senate floor and be debated. And then it goes over to the House chamber, and it goes through their committee process. Then it goes to the House floor, and then if it's passed, then we go back and forth again on voting on those bills. So let's say that a bill has gone through that process. However, let's say that there's something, language in that bill that we liked but we didn't like. There then would be a conference committee appointed at that time. 6 members serve on that conference committee, 3 from the House and 3 from the Senate. And then if the bill survives that process, with some language changes in the bill. Then it goes back through the process to the House and to the Senate chamber, and then hopefully we agree upon it, that language, and all 6 people sign the conference committee bill, and then it goes to the governor.
Oh, okay. So that's the process it has to go through from, okay. So the conference is really sort of like a mediator between the House and the Senate.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, I see now. So then it goes to the governor, and it still has the right to veto it, and then it had to come back and go through the process over again until it's something that everybody can agree on, the House, the Senate, and the governor.
And usually if the governor doesn't sign it into law. Sometimes those issues will come up again in the next legislative session.
They can be re-presented again.
Absolutely.
All right, well, what else has been going on?
Well, I tell you, 2 pieces that I introduced this session. I listened to the people in my district, and one of the big things was grandparents' rights issues. I introduced that legislation that is Senate Bill 262.
Okay.
It's made it through the process. The committee report has been signed, and I am hopeful that when we return, that bill will go to the governor's desk to be signed into law. Another piece that I'm happy about is Senate Bill 250. That bill is for firefighters.
Okay.
It will provide continued health coverage for spouses and children of a firefighter who is killed in the line of duty.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's another piece that's it's actually in a conference committee right now.
Okay.
And I think it's a good underlying bill, so therefore in that conference committee, I think other people are trying their legislation that didn't get the opportunity in both chambers to perhaps use that bill as a vehicle for some other legislation. Hopefully it will come out clean, because we want to thank and commend firefighters, men and women, who risk their lives every day running into burning homes and buildings to save our lives. And I think this is the least that we can do for them, that they know that their families are provided for if they are killed in the line of duty. So that's a good piece. We still have to deal with the tax issues. Our Governor Brownback has a proposal. Others have proposals, the Democrats, the Republicans, and we've got to deal with those issues when we return. And another key piece, voter ID.
Okay. I don't mean to cut you off. We need to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back. You're watching the Paul White Show. We're talking to Senator Faust, and we'll come back and talk about that voters piece. Stay tuned.